Hello and a warm welcome to this analysis. Now, today's video is on Vodafone Idea. I covered Vodafone Idea earlier in October 2024. In case you missed out on that video, you can check it out. The link is there in the description box for that one. So let's start for the current scenario. Just a brief of a revision of what has happened for the stock. You can see a kind of a double top took place in 2015. From there, the major destruction in valuation of the stock coming down to $2, bouncing back. This bounce back, what we've seen in the stock, has been led by, interestingly, a higher high and a higher low formation. The trend line of this higher high, higher low formation in danger right now out here. The breach of the trend line is there, but to continue to for further decline, we would the cancellation of the pattern, it will have to break below 5.70, and then we would say yes, more destruction would come down probably to 4.5, and then difficult to say for a revival of this stock is there. So from both from a medium to long term point of view, I would say 5.7 is extremely crucial. But before that, for the short term, there is a support at 6.75 for the stock in the monthly. So, if it can hold 6.7, 6.75, then there are good chances that it will try to push its way up from here. The monthly resistance at 9.25, 9.35, nothing before that for the stock. But that's monthly right now. So 5.6.7, 5.75 being very, very crucial for the stock, and 9.25 on the upside is what we are seeing based on this higher high, higher low pattern. If this could be the sideways correction, if we are going to call this entire move sideways correction, then this is the chance for it to hold and pull its way back on the upside for any further upside move. Let's have a look at the weekly chart of the stock. Now, in the weekly, you can clearly see out here that there was a double top formation. This double top out here saw quite a strong dilution from July 2024, and then an attempt to go back up, which, with the entire market, global market, and our market saw the sharp decline in the stock out here. The weekly support is currently at 7.7. Sorry, at right here at 6.75, and below that, again, like I said, 5.75 comes up, and the resistance at 8.5. But before that, a small resistance in the weekly at 7.75 also. Now, interestingly, the baseline, the Ichimoku baseline out here, is going to be flat for the next couple of weeks. It's not going to, unless we print a new low below 6.565, it's going to be flat, which could cause the stock to go either sideways or re-pull its way back towards 8.5, as long as it holds this 6.6 odd level. This is the only trigger which could continue to hold the stock on the sideways for the time being. Let's have a look at the daily time frame for the stock. In the daily time frame, it's, you can see here also that the Ichimoku baseline is completely flat. It is going to remain flat for quite some time, and hence, we are not seeing any major moves circling around one particular price line, narrow range movement taking place in it. The baseline remains flat in the monthly, but coming to an end in the next 3 months there. So that has, tried to, if you compare it to the other stocks, yes, in the entire rally of 2023-24, other stocks did well, but in this decline in the last 6 months, Vodafone has not done, Idea has not done that badly also right now. Now, there was a report couple of days back, today's report, in fact, Vodafone Idea is a high risk buy. Shares can rally 67% to 12 by City Research. So they're calling it a high risk. Government 6 days back took an allotment of 36.95 billion shares to Government of India. That's further equity dilution, which is actually not great news for existing shareholders, especially at higher prices. With more liquidity comes more selling pressure, more slower movements in the stocks. uh, the derivative data of the stock one day, that is today's, is showing a 2.64% rise, come with a 0.83 OI addition. So very, very nominal OI addition. 5 days is seeing a 6.93% reduction in price, but an OI increase of just 5.11%. So again, no major fresh shorting seen in the stock or long. Right, you can see very nominal short covering has come today in the stock right now. I'm not going to go too much into the option data because in my reading, it's very, very difficult in Vodafone Idea to trade in options. Reason being that the strike has gaps of 1 rupee. So right now 7.3. So you'll have to buy either a 7 rupee strike, or if you're bullish, or if you, the next one is straight away at 8 rupees, and if you're bearish, either nearest is 7 or straight 6, which means that you will only likely make some kind of money on moves of 15% odd, because that's the difference between each strike, which is quite steep. So option buying will see a lot of decay factor, and so I'm not going to go into the option data of this stock at all. In that case, let's have a look at the before I go into the hourly time frame, the daily resistance at 7.75, then at 8.2, you can say. This is that support line out here of 6.75, which is in alignment with all our time frames. Failure to hold will definitely put more pressure. You can see a gap up in the stock led to a gap down, which got covered again out here. So no gaps pending out here in it at all. Let's have a look at the 60 minutes of the stock and try to see. So there's a massive resistance at 7.65 out here, with some support coming in at 7.25, then all the way down to 7 in this case. But this is a big wall. Only above 7.65, we would see some sharp movements on the upside possible. Some rally hopes would come. So my overall view of this stock is that if there is any uh, case of a recovery or a reversal in the stock, then I would like to see at least some kind of confirmation of this double bottom. Like, we saw this double top out here in the top out here in June 24th, see the crash. So we want to see this double bottom come into play uh, on the upside, and that, in my view, could probably only take place if it starts sustaining above 8.5. Then we would be talking about 10 to 12 rupees. 12 is a massive resistance. 12.75 out here is something to play, and failure to hold the level of 5.7 would not be good news for this stock. It would put further pressure on it to pull it down. Then, it would become one of those stocks where recovery becomes tougher and tougher as weeks and months progress on it. So, fresh incentive, my reading, I won't think about it before, at least before 8.5, or maybe as close to 5.75, and if it comes there in any panic fall, in case I do extreme short term, I would keep 6.75 as my strict stop loss. I wouldn't wait for 5.75 to come in that case, and then would review. Otherwise, more action on the upside would be 8.5, 12, all the way here. And then, if things turn out to be good for the stock, a lot on the upside would happen. Until then, I would be very careful, and I would then look at this stock with a very cautious view until then. So I hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock ideas and indexes. With that, all the best for your trading and happy investing.